What happened? What is happening to United?
It's hard to be United fans right now.
Okay, right. So we'll keep the game of the week, later on. Let's start off with an Arsenal game. So how was that 4-2 win? I've been hearing a lot of reports coming out that it was not a great performance. You guys won by luck. So what was your overall take?
I wouldn't say by luck. I would say the first half we dominated. The second half we let it slip and Leicester came back. James Justin, fantastic second goal. But then somehow we still pushed and we found a way. Trossard with the third goal. He's always coming in clutch these days. So we appreciate Leandro Trossard and also Kai Havertz with his fourth goal. So I think it was an overall okay performance from Arsenal. A lot of things to amend and a few things to work on.
Okay. And so, from what you were saying, you were watching the game and everything, from what I've been hearing and gathering the past few days, it's not a vintage Arsenal performance. Like you were mentioning, especially when you went to City the previous week, you guys played well. Then you went 10 men, of course, controversial. But then you all held it till the very last minute and then lost it. Drew it, right? In fact, it felt like a loss for Arsenal.
It did feel like a loss.
Right. And then this week, everyone thought that you guys are going to blow Leicester out of the park. But somehow, like you said, why is there inconsistency whereby the first half you all played well and then second half you all allowed Leicester to come into? What was the reason? Is it because of the Champions League also back starting?
No, I don't think it's because of Champions League. I think it's because they're overconfident. Because in the first half, they held it together very well. They had all the possession. The field tilt was towards Arsenal, and Leicester didn't have a sniff at the Arsenal goal. So I think they were overconfident and they let it slide. They were lax. So they kind of just rolled back and let Leicester do their counter. And James Justin actually got a lucky first goal off Kai Havertz. But then the second goal was actually really good. As a football fan, that was actually a really good goal. But then somehow after that, you could actually see like Arsenal getting into the momentum, getting into the groove, and they found a way to come back. Saka again, 6 assists in 6 games. So shout out to Starboy Saka. So yeah, it's okay.
All right, I think it's just 3 points and then move on for the next game. Okay. And now let's move on to your noisy neighbours, your North London neighbours. Such a comprehensive win. I think before the game, did you think that you would actually go to Old Trafford and dominate this well?
I think that we going back from the previous meeting at the Old Trafford, I think that we can win, but I don't think that we can win that comfortably, because I think that Spurs, one of the biggest slip up in this season is about how leaky our defense is, because we concede in Europe. I don't think we concede in Europa, but we concede in the League Cup against
lower team.
Lower team, yeah. So after that, I think that going to Manchester, I think that the first goal from the Brendan Johnson's set up the tempo, because if we don't have that first goal, we will struggle. But for the first goal, and then because of the red card for Bruno Fernandes, I think that set the tempo for us to build up. And I think that the best thing about that game is how Manchester United didn't park the bus. Like you down to 10 men, and then you don't park the bus, and then this opens the room for us to attack. And pada saya pun, kalau kita melakukan benda tu setiap game, I think that we can improve our standing in the table.
Okay. And put you on the spot, was it a red card or was it not a red card?
I think that, to be fair, pada saya it's not a red card.
Okay.
But I think that the referee has given the decision, because kalau keputusan tu kita tak dengan untuk kita, I think that I can say that it is unfair, but it gives us advantage because it is given in the first half, and for the second half we can dominate much better attacking football. I think that I can say that the red card is still questionable, but I don't think that it's valid or not.
So basically you're saying even if United would have been still on with 11 men, Spurs would have still dominated?
Yes, of course, because I think that how Manchester United plays, and they stretch out very big, and because the space between Matthias de Ligt and also Lisandro Martinez is too big for Solanke, Werner, and also Brendan Johnson to exploit. I think that that's the best team. That's the best thing about playing against the team that didn't playing defense. So I think that this gives us beruang lah untuk kita menyerang even kalau Bruno tak kena kad merah pun.
Right. Because when I saw how Mickey Van der Ven made that run from defense, he took basically 8 steps and he was in opposition, right? It reminded me a lot. I'm not sure if you do recall when Gareth Bale, he made that run, he scored with Ferdinand. He did that at Old Trafford, It reminded a lot of that. So it was very surprising that how a player, I mean, he's the fastest player in the league, right? So he did that through the entire, from the attack to the midfield to the defense.
It was crazy.
And open up. And now, United. What went wrong, man? What happened? What is happening to United?
It's hard to be United fans right now. the sad truth is, I think first and foremost, that was not even a red card. Even from Bruno Fernandes' interview after the game, you see James Maddison came to him and said that was just a foul, even just a yellow card. That's enough. But I'm shocked that first the referee gave a straight red, and then VR have also reviewed the decision, also agreed with the referee. I'm shocked. I don't know. I think this season, not just this season, but from previous season also, VR was against United all the way, I think.
So you're saying United are cursed?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. So the same question that I asked him earlier. Before Bruno got sent off, United did not start playing at all.
Agreed.
So it was such a huge game, They had a terrible performance at home at Europa League with 120. And then everyone thought that this was going to be a very big game for Ten Hag. But then they did not start at all well.
Yeah, agreed.
Is it down to the players or is it down to the manager?
We cannot give 100% fault to the managers because the players are playing on the field. All the new signings are playing. Dilig, Mazraoui, Zirkzee, Ugarte also played. But I think maybe the chemistry is still not there. Maybe that's an excuse that Ten Hag can use. Even already 6 games in the league, they're not performing well. Win 2, draw 1, and lost 3 games right now. As a United fan, that is unacceptable because you see Chelsea also have a new manager. They're performing well. Liverpool, Arne Slot is performing well under Liverpool is performing well under Arne Slot. So this is Ten Hag's 3rd season with United. I hope this Spurs game will be a wake-up call, not just for the manager, but also most importantly for all the players. They have to have the pride wearing United jersey and fight, not just for the team, but also for the fans. Because the fans keep cheering and giving them support for all 19 minutes. But you have to give something for the fans. As a United fan, I'm a little bit sad because
I can feel the pain from your voice, the way he's so passionate about it.
Yeah, because we've seen this for a long time since Sir Alex left United. Changing managers doesn't seem to be the solution.
Right.
But there's still the same players are playing still. I know Ten Hag has sold plenty of players since, the era of Mourinho.
Wenger, Solskjaer,
Moyes,
Rangnick,
Ole. But I think I hope this is a wake-up call for United.
Okay.
I hope next week against Villa at Villa Park, they need to prove something to the fans.
To the fans.
Yeah.
Right. So coming back to you, it's Postecoglou's 2nd season. Like he mentioned, just holding on to his point, his 3rd season. Postecoglou is in his 2nd season. You see a big change. Then what is actually going wrong, in your opinion? He's saying it's not the manager's fault, it's the player's fault. Is it really?
So is it from Spurs perspective?
Yeah, because you guys had a new manager, right? This is your 2nd transition year for Postecoglou, and you can see the type of football that Spurs is trying to play. They always have a high line, they are attacking with wing backs. There's a different style of play. Whereas for United, it's been 3 full seasons. And what is the gameplay of United? No one knows. So, just getting on his point, is it the player's fault or is it the manager's fault then?
I think that from the first game, I think that for the first game for Ange Postecoglou is the game in the Premier League against Brentford. I think from that point of view, I can say that Ange is something else. Because we have the first time we have inverted fullbacks. We don't have that kind since Conte, since Pochettino, since Mourinho. So I think that Ange coming and also changed it because he know what his players can do.
Right.
I think that Erik ten Hag dia tidak memiliki, dia tak tahu apakah player-player dia punya strength. Mungkin Spurs ada memiliki Pedro Porro and also Destin Udogie in the fullback that can become inverted, that can become playing wide. I think that this is how the players suitable for the team. But because I think that before this I read about how the players and also how the scouting team is themselves doesn't know what Erik ten Hag wants. Because I think that this is the manager's fault also. Because sebab kalau kita bandingkan, Manchester United is one of the biggest spender in this transfer.
Yep.
So I think that this is also Ten Hag fault, because I think that since he came in, he dah bawa masuk Rasmus Højlund and also Joshua Zirkzee, and both is from the high transfer fee. So I think that kalaulah Erik ten Hag masih tak dapat mendapatkan apa yang dia nak daripada dua-dua player ni yang datang dengan harga yang tinggi, adakah ini salah player ataupun adakah ini salah coach? Of course, it's salah coach.
Right. Okay. And now, from an Arsenal point of view, the same situation you all had with Unai Emery.
I've been waiting.
Yeah. He knows,
been waiting.
right? And then with Arteta, you guys gave Arteta 3 years before you started seeing results. You guys finished 8th, and then you guys finished, I think, 4th or 3rd, right?
5th, then second, then second.
Yeah, exactly. So, from an opposition point of view, because there was a great rivalry between Arsenal and United.
Manchester United.
Yeah, and United has just dropped off the perch terribly right now, and it doesn't. They finished 8th last season. It looks like they're going to finish even worse than that this season. You gave time to your manager. Should they actually give time to the manager, or it's actually the player's fault?
I actually think it's Ten Hag's fault. I hate that baldy. I actually do. I hate that baldy. I don't hate Manchester United, no, but I hate that baldy. Because you watch his post-match conferences, right? He'll say, "Oh, my team is good. My team is consistent. We need to win this. We need to win that." But he's not winning anything.
Hey, bro, they won too.
Like,
City,
okay, see, this is why Manchester United can't go far. They buy players for inflated prices, as what he said, Højlund and also Zirkzee. Zirkzee was fine, 40 million.
But not since Ineos came in, then United a little bit.
I'm managing the transfer better.
Spending, yeah.
Look at Sancho. I mean, he's not his signing, but typically United overspend. I think because other clubs know Manchester United is the biggest club.
Yep.
You can't deny the fact that Manchester United is the biggest club in England. So they like to squeeze United, but you need to have some integrity and control over your players and how you do things. Like, for example, like Arteta, he didn't do well this first season, but he took control. If you look at the facts, like, he took out Aubameyang, he was the captain, he benched him, and he sold him at the end of the season.
Yeah, and Ozil was a problem as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ozil wasn't his fault, but it's fine. It's another story. But then he took charge, he implemented his own style and everything, and now, touch wood, we are fighting, hopefully. So, Ten Hag has to do something. He's the manager of Manchester United. He needs to take charge.
Right. It's also interesting. And talking to the other neighbor that you have, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Enzo Maresca.
Yeah.
I mean, they have tons of resources. But what animal is Cole Palmer, man?
Yeah, facts.
That guy is literally dragging Chelsea. I mean, Sanchez, let's not talk about it. I think he's going to be sold in the next transfer window. He's keep on giving the ball to the strikers of all the oppositions. But somehow, Sancho, 3 games, 3 assists.
Yes, yeah.
Cole Palmer, 4 goals in a single game.
History.
So, yeah, it's his history. So, do you think that Chelsea are also in a mix right now for the title?
It's looking like it. It's looking like Chelsea has the guts and the fire to actually make top 4. And Cole Palmer is definitely the heart and soul of Chelsea right now. He's actually dragging them up on his shoulder, keeping them alive. But it's actually fun to watch Enzo Maresca's team now. The football they play is actually quite fluid. It's something similar to Arsenal, not as fluid yet, but it's looking like Arsenal as well.
It's quite dangerous.
From a rival perspective, but also their midfield is kind of clicking now, and their attack is certainly clicking. Noni and Sancho.
They have cover for everything. If you look
They
at
do.
it,
40 players.
exactly.
Facts,
I
1
mean,
billion.
you take out Sancho, you have Mudryk
Pedro,
waiting.
you got-
you
yeah,
have
you
you
got
take out
Mudryk.
Madueke, you have Neto waiting.
Yeah.
You take out Jackson, Nkunku is waiting.
Facts.
You take out either Enzo or you take out Caicedo, Latvia is waiting.
Yeah.
It's quite crazy. And their centre backs, they have 3 centre backs who have not even played. Tosin, Badiashile, and with Disasi.
Yeah.
Those guys are still there. And for right back, Reece James is yet to come back. Chilwell has not started.
They got Vega there.
Exactly. So it's quite
yeah.
crazy. And for the other neighbor, Man City, with Rodri out for the whole season, and you see they went to Newcastle and they had a draw. Do you think this is the season where City will actually lose it?
It's gonna be hard because they lost one of their most crucial player, Rodri. But knowing Pep is Pep. Yeah, I think in January, City will buy a new player to replace Rodri, and then that where the season starts for City.
I mean, it's quite interesting. They have Nunes there. Calvin Phillips is on loan, but then they're going to buy, Ipswich, and they're going to buy a new CDM.
Yep.
Okay. And for those watching, if you want to be part of the show, do not forget to like, share, and comment, and we will get you on the show to join like these boys. So if you guys are ready, it's now time for the trivia challenge. All right, let's go. Which player in the current Arsenal team has a twin brother?
Judy Timber.
Correct. Which team is known as the Saints?
Southampton.
Correct, but don't shout out the answer.
Okay, sorry,
Raise
sorry.
a hand, but don't shout out the answer. But you're correct, Southampton. Next question. Which Scottish captain currently plays for Liverpool? Yes, Nivosh?
Oh my god, my mind is blank. Wait. Oh my god, Robo. Okay, that counts.
That's correct.
Oh my god.
Which nationality does Lukadin belong to? Yes,
France.
correct. Next question. What is the nickname for Fulham FC?
The Cottages.
Correct. Well done.
Okay.
Next question. Which Egyptian player currently play for Wolves? Yes.
Hegazi.
Incorrect.
Nuri.
Correct. Well done. Next question. Which Senegalese player currently plays for Chelsea?
Fofana.
Incorrect.
Nico Jackson.
Correct. Nicholas Jackson. Come on, United fan. Got this in you. There are two Swiss nationality players in the Premier League. One is Fabian Schär, and the other is?
Ah man.
Yes.
Manuel Akanji.
Correct.
Oh my god, you know.
How?
Akanji. Okay.
Next question. David Beckham has scored 18 goals from free kick and holds the record for it. Which current player is second on the list?
James Ward-Prowse.
Correct. Done. Next question. Which team has scored the fastest goal in Premier League history? Yes.
Southampton.
Correct. Well done. You got to raise hand faster.
Come on, man.
Next question. Which year was the last time Manchester United won the league?
2013.
Correct. Next question. Which Cameroonian player currently plays for Brighton and Hove?
Baleba.
Correct. Well done. Next question. Who is the only manager under the age of 30 that has taken charge of a team in a Premier League?
Brighton.
Which manager?
Which manager?
Yes, your answer is wrong. So who is the only manager under the age of 30 that has taken charge of a team in the Premier League? It's the name of a manager.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Brighton manager. What is his name? I lost.
I'll repeat the question again. Who is, you want to try?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm also the same category as him. I was going to say Brighton manager. I think it's Husler or something.
The answer is incorrect. The answer is actually Ryan Mason.
I want to answer that.
Ryan Mason.
He is the youngest ever manager
Who's
under the age of
taken
30
charge.
But caretaker, right?
Okay.
Yes,
Caretaker, yeah.
of a Premier League match.
Okay.
Right? So remember, listen to the questions
Okay.
carefully. Right. Next question. Which player was famously found guilty of kicking and slapping a cat?
Eric Cantona.
Incorrect. It was him first.
Kurt Zuma.
Correct. Well done.
Kicking a cat, man.
I need to be
When
faster.
did Eric Cantona kick a cat? He kicked a supporter.
Kick the fan. Sorry.
All right. Next question. Who has won the most golden boot in Premier League history?
Mohamed Salah.
Incorrect.
Oh my god.
Thierry Henry.
Well done. You are going to get trolled.
I'm gonna get screwed, like. I'm gonna get killed.
You are going to
for
get
this.
famous.
Yeah, man.
Next question. Which Argentinian player currently plays for Tottenham?
Scam. Oh wait, this one, Romero.
Correct. Well done. Scam.
Scam. That was scam. I was thinking Chelsea. Like, oh, switch out. Okay.
Well done. Next question. Which player plays for Argentina alongside Lionel Messi?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Garnacho.
It's correct. The question was, which player plays for Argentina alongside Lionel Messi but idolizes CR7?
Oh, okay.
Well done. Right, next question. Which team's manager in the Premier League is of Danish nationality?
Honestly,
Danish.
you see Dutch first. You know.
I'll say it again, okay? I open it
Yeah.
again. Which team's manager in the Premier League is of Danish nationality? Okay, go ahead. You have got time to think while he says his answer.
Danish.
I think he's scrolling down the entire league. I know he has to answer first. He has to get it wrong.
Southampton.
Incorrect.
Brentford.
Yes, it is Thomas Frank. Well done. All right, next question. Who is the club captain for Chelsea?
Cole Palmer.
Incorrect.
Spot again, though. Rhys James.
Correct. Well done. So, Rhys James is the club captain, but Enzo Fernandez is the game captain. All right.
Pressure.
Next question. What is the nationality of Crystal Palace's manager?
American.
Incorrect.
German.
Incorrect. It's done.
Glasner, right?
Glasner.
Is he not American?
He's Austrian.
Austrian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Facts.
All right.
Okay.
So with that, what's your winner? Well done. I don't know how he won by not getting Thierry Henry correct.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get killed for that. I'm gonna get killed for that.
Pressure.
I idolize him, you know.
All right. Well done. You are into the Spitfire round. You ready?
Thank you, I'm ready.
All right. Pretty simple. Okay. 10 questions, 45 seconds. All you need, the magic number 7.
Alright.
All right. If you are ready, I am. Let's go. Question number 1. Who holds the record for the most goals scored in a single EPL season?
Salah.
Incorrect.
Harry Kane.
Incorrect.
Skip.
Who was recently sent off for Arsenal during their match against Brighton and Hove?
Trossard.
Incorrect.
Brighton at home. Skip.
Which manager famously guided Leicester to the Premier League title?
The Italian guy. Ranieri.
Correct. How many FA Cups have Arsenal won?
14.
Correct. Which Manchester United defender has the nickname The Butcher?
Lisandro Martinez.
Correct. Who is the fastest player in the Premier League?
Mickey Van de Ven.
Correct. Which New Zealand nationality player currently plays for Nottingham Forest?
Again.
Which New Zealand nationality
Skip.
player? Who was Aston Villa's top goal scorer last season?
Watkins.
Correct. Who scored the goal against Liverpool when Steven Gerrard famously slipped at Anfield?
Dembele.
No.
Skip.
Who holds the record for the most EPL assists all time?
Giggs.
Correct. Brighton.
Okay. Did I get 7?
Oh, 6! Oh! Dude!
Who?
He's Haaland. Oh my god! How you missed Haaland? Oh bro, ayo. Unlucky bro, unlucky. Bye. Alright, so moving on to this week's fixtures. Let's start off with Arsenal. Home game against Southampton. So,
Yeah.
what do
Quite
you
terribly yesterday. 3-0. Aaron Ramsdale, my ex-keeper. He was actually good, but I don't know what's happening at Southampton. So it's quite sad to see him concede 3 goals, but I think it should be a good game to watch for Arsenal fans, because obviously you guys don't are Arsenal fans. But then, I think it should be good. I think it's a chance for Arteta to play the younger players, Ethan Wanyeri and also Miles Lewis-Kelly. They are good players, which I think have the potential to break into the first team. So I think he should give them a proper chance to start.
Right, and your score prediction would be?
I think it will be a 3-0 as well.
3-0, okay. And now coming to you, United away to Aston Villa. It's a very big game for United before they head off to the international break. What do you expect of the game and what is your score prediction?
It's going to be a tough game, but this is the best time for Ten Hag and the players to prove something. Villa is a very good team. They played in Champions League this season. But I saw their game last week, drew against Ipswich 2-2. I think we have a chance to at least to get the 3 points. I'll predict a 2-1 win against Villa.
2-1 win. Okay, very interesting. I mean, without Bruno and Mino out.
I'm a little bit biased, to be honest, but
and still you're going very optimistic United fan. Sad but optimistic United fan. And the game week, game of the week, Brighton against Tottenham.
Yeah, I think that Spurs have a good record recently because we win like 2-3 on the Premier League, and Brighton also lost to Chelsea 4-2. I think that from there, Ange have to learn and how to exploit the defense and also the weakness. So I think that, but from the previous meeting, I think Spurs struggle against Brighton. But I think that for this season, I think that we can capture a win like at least 2-0.
2-0. All right. So it's quite interesting, and we'll see how Chelsea and also City do, because everyone is giving it top, and also Liverpool. It looks like everybody is challenging. I mean, not United, definitely.
They are challenging, formidable.
To finish. See, after everything, the show is about to end. Now shots are being fired. No, that's their way. They're going to win the Europa, and they're going to face
and
Tottenham in the
qualify
final.
for Champions League, right?
Yeah, you guys going to play against them in the final, and you guys going to lose.
We don't need top 4. We don't need top 4. We need to win the Europa.
Yeah, but Postecoglou came out and said, second season, I always win a trophy.
Yeah.
And they're going to beat you in the final.
Carabao
He chose the
Cup.
perfect club to go
They
to.
win a Carabao Cup, I think.
I think if they win the Carabao Cup, you feel like they won the Premier League. That is how it's
First
going to
piece
be.
of silverware.
See, taking shots against you guys again.
I'm
Alright.
actually quite
All right, with that, guys, it was a pleasure having you all in the studio, and thank you for joining.
Thank you.